Okay, now we have to deploy the test. Deploying the test now. You go to the content area where you wish to deploy the test. You can use the default content area that we have created for your named tests. Move the mouse cursor over the assessment menu to open the menu. In the assessment menu, click on test. In the box labeled add an existing test, select the test you would like to deploy. Then you click on submit. On the test options page, you will have another chance to name your test and give it a description. You can leave open test in new window as its default value of no. Be sure that make the link available is set to yes. Also note that this option can override the availability date for the test. To add a new announcement for this test, choose yes. You can check the box for multiple attempts if you would like to give the student more than one attempt for your test. You can choose to allow a set number of attempts, or you can allow unlimited attempt, but really for final exam, it's not allowed for multiple attempts. Checking the box for forced completion will disallow the saving of test attempt. This prevents the student from taking part of the test, leaving for some time or coming back to finish the test. But for the time being, we don't force completion, really. And set the timer checkbox, set a timer for the test, yes. And make sure that you choose on for auto submit. Once you check the box, you then choose the number of hours and minutes to which you would like to limit your test. Set the availability date, display after until as you wish. Check the box and type in your password if you would like to set a password for your test. If you'd like to set a due date, then check the box and click the calendar icon to choose a date and click the clock icon to choose a time at which the test will be due. But for the time being, I don't prefer for the test to give it a due date. It's better to give it for assignment, not for a test. Unless you plan to make a practice exam, leave the self-assessment option at their default value. If you do plan to make a practice exam, you may wish to check the hide result for this test completely from instructor and the grade center option, which automatically uncheck the include test in grade center score calculation option. And choose which type of feedback you would like to show your student at the end of the test by checking the appropriate box in the test feedback section. I don't prefer to give it any feedback for a test exam. For presentation mode, you can choose to allow all the test questions at one time on one page with all that one's option. The one at a time option only shows one question at a time, which I prefer, giving links to go to next and previous questions. If you choose one at a time presentation, then you can additionally check the box to prohibit backtracking. which will stop the student from going back to previously submitted question. And check the randomized question. To randomize the order of the question in the test, this means that student will see the same set of questions but not in the same order. And at the end, you click on submit to submit your test in the content area. Okay, now let's start deploying our test. And okay, now I have to deploy. I have assessment folder here, assessment content area already ready for me. I have two folders here. I can select test. Okay, now I have to deploy the test. From the menu assessment here in the content area test, I can click on test here. And I select the test that I need to deploy, final exam, and click on submit. When you click on submit, you will get the options page for your exam. This is the option. You have already the description is ready. And the instruction is ready also. Okay. Show instructor to student before they begin the test. Yes, why not? I can show it. Open the test in a new window if you prefer. I prefer yes sometimes, yes. Make it available to student. Yes, it's very important to make it available to student. Add a new announcement to this test. Yes, I have to add a new announcement for the test. Yes. And multiple attempt. No, I will not check this box. And force completion, either I will not check this box. I will permit the student, maybe the student has any problem with his PC, with computer hanging or network hanging. For that, the student should have the chance to come back and continue his test. Set timer, yes, I have to set the timer. And click on auto submit, yes. If the auto submit is off, the user is given the option to continue after the time expire. Okay, this is very important. And when it's on, the test will save and submit automatically when time expires. Then it's very important to put it on when the time expires. Okay, for the time being, I will not go for 60 minutes. I will put it only for 5 minutes only. Okay. And display after and display until. Yes, it's very important to fix these dates. This test will not be displayed in after a certain date and until certain date. Okay, you should fill in these two boxes. Okay, it's very important to fix the timing for the test. Also, sometimes we give a password. Yes, why not? We can give a password. It's important. And if you are giving this test for a specific user or student or a specific group of students, you can do it from here. I will not give a due date for the exam. And include this test in grade center calculation. Yes, I will include it in the grade center. And show test result and feedback for student. When? After submission. Score per question if you wish, or not. I don't need. You can uncheck. And all at once or one at a time. It's better one at a time. And you can prohibit also backtracking. It means prevent changing the answer to a question that has already been submitted. If you wish, you can go for this option. Randomize questions. Yes, I want him to randomize question. Okay. And I finish. This is all the options that I need to deploy my test. And at the end, you click on submit. Okay. Now I have my exam submitted.